today my worlds collided when I found on Twitter an anti-vaxxer combined with a wellness guru who was trying to tell people, who was telling people with diabetes to get off insulin. It was like the Twitter gods were trolling me, basically, by bringing together two of the most annoying types of people into one Twitter account. Joy. Now, look, I know that what I should do when I say this sort of stuff is walk on by. I shouldn't engage, I shouldn't interact, I should just ignore. In fact, my mate, the Grumpy Pumper, regularly tells me to do all of those things. Walk away, ignore, pretend you don't see it, go and eat a cupcake, do anything but engage. And so I didn't do that today. Instead, I naturally engaged and told the guy that he was an idiot. And then he told me that I was a farmer shill and that if only I listened to what he had to say, I could get off insulin, which would be really awesome because, you know, I love being on insulin, of course, which is obviously why I'm still on it after 21 years. By the way, I found out, of course, he is running a business. He's a health entrepreneur. I think Gwyneth might call herself that as well with Goop. But anyway, he's a health entrepreneur and I think he sells like supplements and probably detoxes. So obviously someone who I should be listening to. Here's the thing. I know I should walk away from a lot of stuff. I really do. And it really doesn't do my mental health all that much to engage with these sorts of people. I get really frustrated. And you know, I know that I'm fighting a losing battle because I'm never ever going to change these people's minds. But I don't think that these people should get a free pass. That's where I come from and that's why I do engage. So if somebody is sprouting anti-vax bullshit, and there seems to be a lot of it at the moment because I think it's a flu shot season in the Northern Hemisphere. So there are lots of people talking about being responsible and getting their flu shots, and then there are lots of people being irresponsible and talking about how, you know, you're injecting toxins and live viruses and all things that are not true. So if people are saying that sort of stuff, I don't think they should get a free pass. I think we actually should challenge them. And the same with people, obviously, who, you know, are telling people whose very lives depend on injecting or infusing insulin into their bodies, when they're telling us that we don't need to do that anymore because we just need to, you know, have stronger willpower or love ourselves more or whatever bullshit it is, we shouldn't just give them a free pass. And the reason is because some people will believe it. I get that there are people who are searching and so desperately wanting a cure that when some charlatan comes out and says, I've got that for you, they will take it up. And that's really, really dangerous. So I guess what I know I need to do, though, is I need to come up with better ways to interact maybe with these people or get better at blocking and muting. And I did end up blocking this guy because he was an absolute nightmare. If you go and find my Twitter feed, you'll see all the responses. Here's the thing, though. Diabetes is really tough to live with. Anybody who lives with diabetes knows that. I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. And there is so much misinformation out there. We have to wade through all the good stuff to work out what's right for us. And then we need to wade through all the crappy stuff as well. We live with a condition that is highly stigmatized. So when there are people coming out and stigmatizing us, you bet I'm going to jump in and say, hey, back off. I am always willing, and I do understand that there is no one size fits all when it comes to diabetes or to health in general. But there are some things that are actually not negotiable. Vaccines are one of those. Vaccines are safe and they work. And unless you've got a really, really good reason for not having your flu shot and keeping up with all your other vaccination schedules, I don't even want to know about it. There are no reasons. If you are stigmatizing people with type 1 or type 2 diabetes or any other sort of diabetes, you bet I'm going to stand up and I'm going to say something. If you're going to start using words like non-compliant or non-adherent, that's not going to fly with me either. I don't think that I'm right all the time. I know that I'm not, but please don't tell my husband that, or my kid. But I do know that there are some things that we have to really stand up for. And so I'm going to keep doing that. Even though it probably does raise my blood pressure, even though really I should probably just go and eat a cupcake, even though I should just walk away. But there are some things that I think actually are really, really worth fighting for.